What's up, my Curbsters? We are live tonight, coming to you with a special live because, honey, it's a lot of things going on Beyonce's internet. It seems that Nikki Minaj has got this whole thing on lock. Y'all better stay tuned. We got information about that and who she's planning on suing. In addition, we got some other things we got to discuss as well. So, y'all just hold on to your hat, honey. We got a good lineup for you. Let's get into it. Leg out. Girl, let's start this show. Lord have mercy, have mercy. Let me bring everybody in on the ones and twos, you guys. We are
What up,
live.
though? What up, though?
What up, Joe? We is live, honey. Girl, let me make sure I got everything up here first before I start to talk it. What's going on, y'all? Thank y'all for joining us tonight. We got a special live for you, honey, because Beyonce's internet is a popping in my Chris Brown voice. It's popping, and we are here to tell y'all all about it. So y'all better get to it because Nicki Minaj is out here letting y'all know you better lay low.
She gonna sue your ass.
Honey, she is not
Play with
playing.
Nick. Okay. All right.
Oh,
Getting sued out here in these streets.
absolutely. Okay. You got to make sure you get everything in order, honey, because it seems like it's just a whole bunch of stuff going on. Let's see who we got in the building. I see Jan is on there. Hey, Jan.
Hey,
Look,
man.
make sure you guys tag your favorite somebodies and let them know we got a special live tonight, honey, because this was just too juicy to pass up for the day. That's all I got to say. Too juicy. Too juicy. Okay. Let me see here. Let me get this all situated. I don't even know what to start with first per se, because you know. Oh, okay. It was done. Thanks, Sean. Um, let's see who else is on here. Oh, we got Trouble T is on deck today. Hey, Dow. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, Trouble T, what's up, girl?
Girl, if she know what we know, it's a lot that's going on. It's a lot. What's up?
Yeah, the news has definitely been interesting, and it's only Monday, I will say.
Girl, like we just started off and already we got a full lineup. And I was like, well, we might as well do a special live today because we got so much more to talk about. But I do want to get into this whole situation with Nikki. Let's just dodge right into it because that's gonna be the bulk of the conversation. What you say? Rest in peace, ODB and DMX. Oh my lord.
Who is that, Jen?
Stacy,
No,
down in
that
the
was
comments.
that was trouble.
Oh my goodness.
Stacy Dash, you in here?
Cold blooded
Girl, we
child.
was doing the curb, boo.
Girl, what in the hell is going
That's
on?
Jen crazy self. Jen Piffering. Jen.
That's
That was
what
Jen
I
saying
figured.
that again.
It
Yeah.
had to be. It had to be, child.
Wait a minute. I thought, oh yeah, that was Jen.
That
My
was
bad.
Jen crazy self.
My bad, trouble. I thought that was you because I had saw your name right above it. I thought you hit another, pile on the scene, on the scene. So my bag. I should have known that was Jen anyway. Jen, you on the list. You is on the list.
You done made your way on the list, girl.
Girl, on the list. Well, let's get into it because apparently, honey, Shawn the Gossip has been out here watching this whole ordeal on Beyonce's internet with Nicki Minaj because Nicki Minaj is apparently supposed to be allegedly suing some influencers. Now, some of the influencers that I know is Nosy Ho Live and Jason Lee. And Nosy Ho is live right now, you guys, talking about this whole thing. And when I had got the notification, I was like, let me go in and see what Nosy talking about today. And then I looked and I saw, wait a minute. What you mean she getting sued? Now, from what she has been saying, she's been supposedly getting sued since last year, 2021. Okay. But just recently, I guess a situation came up between Nikki and saying some stuff against Garcelle. Now, Garcelle used to be on the Jamie Foxx show, but y'all also know her from that Raggedy show she was on. with the rest of the camp, what was the name of the show? Shout, I know you know off rip.
The real child, the real,
The real, which
girl.
was not even real at all, in my own personal opinion. But okay, like I told y'all when Tamar left, that show just crumbled. Okay, but apparently Nikki went after her. I just can't. But Nikki apparently told her, I see why that white man left you. She slams her for
Nikki was on
defending.
the Queen radio last night going in. I was like, ooh, well.
What was she talking about on Queen Radio?
Yeah, well, this is where she had this whole conversation talking about Garcelle. She was talking about Garcelle. She said that Garcelle didn't give a damn about her son, Nikki's son, and that's why that white man left her ass.
So wait a minute. Okay, so fill me in. So did Garcelle say something about Nikki and her kids?
Garcelle didn't say nothing that I know of. Nikki is upset because I don't know why she's just now bringing all this stuff up because I caught it in the middle of the Queen Radio.
Okay.
But she was upset because they interviewed her husband's accuser on their show. Because today somebody told her, well, you need to be dragging Lonnie Love too. And Nikki said, well, I'm going to need some help dragging her. Implying that Lonnie is too heavy to drag by herself. I was like, oh, the shade of it all.
Damn.
The shade. So, she was just really on her live talking about, first of all, she released her remix to the song Freaky Girl, I think. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Is it called Freaky Girl?
I think it's Freaky Girl.
Yeah, she released it. Well, she got a lot of up and coming rappers on that song, which I thought was cool. I'm not a big fan of the song, but I thought it was cool that she put a lot of up and comers on there.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently some people was a little salty about it if they didn't get picked. So, there was a lot of drama on social media yesterday of people, I guess she said, doing subliminals against her because they want a Nikki feature and they ain't getting one. And so, it just kind of went from there. Then she got on the subject of Garcelle. Then she had her little panel up there talking about the state of females in rap. My biggest issue with her is that she doesn't add anybody. She doesn't say anybody's name. And of course, her fans are like, because she doesn't want to give them shine. But it makes you look silly as hell to be up here talking in riddles,
Right.
Then that leaves in a lot of speculation. Like she said, when she was pregnant, I guess people said it was Meg Thee Stallion she was talking about when she was pregnant, and Meg, well, I don't know if that's true. Somebody pressured her to drink alcohol. And she said she ain't no drinker like that. And on top of that, she's pregnant, and she said whoever it was told her, "Well, you can just go to the clinic."
Oh, oh, well.
Yeah, all that shit is mad annoying. Like if it ain't directed, it ain't respected. Like what the fuck?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
plus, it's a big problem because Nikki from New York. Like New Yorkers is supposed to allegedly be the rawest and the realest there is. But if Nikki ain't atting nobody or she ain't being direct with it, it's mad weird.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It was a very odd live because, well, first of all, I was listening to it. Somebody was on live playing it, and that somebody had no idea what the hell was going on and was just yelling out rapper's name. Oh, she talking about Lotto. I was like, people in the audience was like, she ain't talking about no damn Lotto. It was just ridiculous, you know.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, super freaky girl.
Oh, okay, Jen, thanks.
That's the name of it. But that it's called
Yeah,
Super Freaky Girl.
they saying
Okay.
it's the freaky whack. But I digress.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
but it's
oh,
just a
well.
whole bunch of drama that didn't really interest me. But what is interesting me is the fact that she is suing people. Now we need to deets on net six.
Okay, so this is what I dug up while we've been talking.
Mm,
So after the whole situation with Garcelle, okay,
mm,
then I started seeing the Beyonce's internet being flooded talking about she's suing influencers. So that's when I got the nosy whole notification saying that Nick all her barbs had been emailing her. One of her barbs ran into her at a restaurant and all of this other stuff talking about some they suing her. They gonna do a raperization to her dog because she got a dog. They was just talking mad crazy to her. And she
mm.
just basically was like, you know what, y'all mad because I said years ago, or not years ago, but a while ago when she was live, she was talking about how she saw some white substances around her or on her in her presence or whatever. And she was claiming that that was really the Clorox bleach that was making her nose run and do all this other stuff. And then that's when she started insinuating that she was on that Mary Jane. You know what I'm saying? That she was on white girl Sally. So that's what that whole situation between them two has been going back and forth. This has been going on for a minute. Okay, so then I pulled up this information that I went on Hollywood Unlocked because it said that Jason Lee had went after her. So she's apparently supposed to be suing Jason Lee as well. Let me pull that up so we can take a look. So this was about what 2 weeks ago. And they said Hollywood Unlocks Jason Lee attacks Nikki Minaj, calling her old and believes her looks better than her career. And he was talking about her in regards to that. Now, that's not really something to be going after her, but let's take a listen.
To be in the rap game, you're an old woman. You're 39 years old. Yes, I'm 45, but I look better than your career at this point. See, I wrote down your ages. You are old. To be in the rap game, you're an old woman. You're 39 years old. Yes, I'm 45, but I look better than your career.
So
I mean, that ain't no reason to sue nobody, though.
it ain't, but it ain't. But let me just say, it's been other stuff. Maybe that was just the
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 last
icing on the
straw.
cake, right? The icing of the cake because y'all know that he is cool friends with Cardi B, and he been talking about her for a long time over the course of the beaterization against Cardi. So
Right.
that's the only thing that I could dig up in regards to that. Now, I haven't heard anything come out that Jason Lee has said anything in regards to these allegations that she's supposed to be suing him. I guarantee you there's a possibility that that may happen because he is not going to let that slide, right? So
Yeah, but
those
you
are
know what else I remember now that you mentioned that
well,
is that Jason has been talking about this lady by the name of Claire, I think,
mhm.
that was trying to get his page taken down. And Jason, I don't know if he stated it explicitly or if he implied it, but he implied definitely that that lady was working for Nikki, trying to get his page taken down. And you know, when you're a social media influencer, if they take your page, they stop in your bag.
Right.
So I do remember something like that coming out some months ago, but I don't know if that has anything to do with this or not, girl. But I'm interested in seeing what's gonna go on with this lawsuit, child. Nikki,
Yeah, me
I'm gonna
too.
tell you right now, if you ain't got no hardcore facts to back you up, don't waste your time or money, girl. Just let
You
it
know,
go.
everybody is saying that she wants to kind of prove her point, like Cardi B did, you know, with Tasha K. That's what everybody is out here saying. That's the word on the curb. So, I mean, do you see that she's trying to shut people down, and the way that she did with Tasha K, Cardi B did with Tasha K?
I mean, it may be because, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Tasha, I don't know if she hiding her wealth and whatever, but she look like she in sad shape now.
Yeah.
I mean, things do not look the same. She's not doing her YouTube like she used to. I don't ever see. Do y'all see her on YouTube? Hardly ever. Like
No,
doing like her Friday night lives and stuff like that.
no, but I think she moved it to like her website or something, which I am not subscribing to. Okay,
Well,
not
yeah,
doing it.
she
Right.
did,
Yeah, she
but
did do
at
that.
first, when she opened her website, she said, "I am gonna have my website, but I will still be doing Fuckery Friday on YouTube. I'm not taking it off of YouTube." Now she done took it off of YouTube.
Well, I mean,
So my assumption is that if Nikki is suing them, it is to prove a point, but it's also to break these people down. Nikki says she gonna hit y'all where y'all hurt in your pockets.
I guess so, honey. And I guess
But
she not stopping. But as far as we know, right now, no lawsuits have made it to anybody.
well, I want to know what the basis of her lawsuit is going to be with these people. I mean, people do spout off all kind of shit. I know you
Mhm.
said that nosy hoe say Nikki was tooting, and if you
Mhm.
can't prove that, I guess you really can't say it.
Right. But let me just say this, because I probably need to pull up what Nosy Ho said as well, because and I'll just read it to you guys, because I posted it on the curb and she tagged Garcelle. So she wanted to make sure, you know, she added Garcelle, and she added, from what I could see, she added Nikki too.
She added Nikki. She don't give a damn.
Well, I mean, what we always say, if you talk about somebody, you better add them, because other than that, how we know who you talking about? You could be
I mean,
talking
and
about
I
the wind
completely
beneath your
understand now.
wings. Yes, the wind beneath your wings, honey. But she posted, she said, Nicki Minaj is a powder addicted raperization apologist. Leave at Garcelle B alone, sis. Your issue is with your predator baby daddy. Hashtag Kenneth Petty. He is your problem that you choose. And then she said, YouTube tonight, honey. Surviving the Petties. Hashtag Queen Radio. Hashtag Nikki's Tea Party.
Girl, they a whole mess.
And let me tell
Well,
you what it also stems from, because you know she did have the victim who said that Nicki Minaj's husband did sexually assault her. She had on her live one a while ago, and she came on here, and everybody was trying to tell her that she needs to go ahead and file charges against him, and that's how that whole thing started. So basically, Nosy was like, "You just mad because." What was her name? Jennifer, I think.
yeah, Jennifer.
Jennifer came on my show, and we was telling her to file the lawsuit because that's what it was, and that's what it is, and that's how it should be.
Mm,
Well,
mm, mm,
she
mm.
did. She did, honey. She did. But of course, in the middle of all of this stuff that's going on as well, you know, Cardi B is not behind it. that far. So she posted that, this shit is tiring, old, and redundant. Same formula, different year equals start chaos, drama, and then promote their shit. I actually have a life outside of my house and Twitter. Until bitches put a at on it, they talking to their mama. Bye.
And she put a bunch of ad signs. I know
She
that's right,
right.
Cardi.
She did. If you ain't at it, you ain't talking about it. So, the same thing, I guess, is the word and stuff now that all this stuff is going on with her. Of course, they're bringing up Cardi name within all of this and stuff. She's like, this is so tiring and I'm tired of it.
I don't blame her because anytime something happens, they try to put Cardi in it, and a lot of times she's not in it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Girl, this is just crazy. It just seems like it's a never ending situation, though. And it seems like everybody got the same type of whatever, right? When it comes about stuff that's going on, Sean just sent me another thing that Cardi posted as well. Let's take a look at that one too.
Well,
Because
that was
again,
related to the PNB Rock. We probably talk about it in a few. So,
let's get on into it because we got her up here already anyway.
right.
What's going on with the PNB? What's going on with that?
Well, he's a rapper that was in Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in LA today, and somebody came in and attempted to rob him and wound up killing him. Now, people were saying that his girl had let people know where they are because she posted a picture of their food and everything at the restaurant. But Cardi was just saying, that's what I was telling Michelle. We was talking about it earlier. Is that it could have been somebody in a restaurant or on the street that said, "Hey, he up here, get up here,"
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely a possibility, but like I was telling you earlier, he had also did an interview with academics. And when
Mm-hmm.
he was doing the interview with academics, he was explaining to him that, I guess a week before the interview in LA, he had some people, he had an encounter with some people where they were at one location. He was getting a bad vibe. He was with his girl and his daughter, and based off of his vibe or whatever, he was like, all right, let's go. And when they got to the next location, you know what I mean, it's just people was doing the same thing. So it sounds like it's unfortunate, like, and my condolences to his family. Poor
Right.
baby don't have a daddy no more, like that's crazy. But
Yeah.
he, I mean, he seems to have been like they was watching him. I don't know. It's super sad because I never like hear about him being in any blogs or anything like that for anything negative. Like everything I ever heard about him was strictly his music,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
and it's really really sad. Like he was sitting there having lunch, and they came
And see,
into the restaurant.
I
It's
didn't know
horrible.
who he was. So they're saying on Hollywood Unlocked that he was a Philadelphia rapper,
Yeah,
and
he's from
that
Germantown.
okay. And
Germantown and
he was shot after his girlfriend shared their location in Los Angeles. This is why I be telling y'all, don't be putting y'all location on, especially when you going out of town and all that stuff, and letting people know, hey, you on the plane, you out of there. Do all that stuff when you come back and show your pictures and where you was at and what you was doing. Don't be doing all
Just
of
to
that
be
stuff while
clear,
you out
the,
about.
the implication is not that his girlfriend set him up or nothing like that. It is not the implication.
Well, they
They
Okay.
just
said
felt
that
like
was
it was
his baby. Well, Cardi said that's his baby mom. So I hope that.
right. That's
Right.
why I was gonna put it out there because everybody's kind of. It sounds like people when I was reading comments and shit. It sounds like they were trying to link it, saying, "Well, this happened after his girl shared their location." I personally don't think what I mean it was anything harmful at all. It just is a very unfortunate situation. And then they had the nerve to have those videos on Twitter. It was horrible. I was hoping he was going to pull through. I really was because he's young as hell.
So they already announced that he passed away because on here
Yep.
it's saying that his condition is unknown. So
Nope.
is it
Nope. Yeah,
confirmed?
they announced it about an hour ago. Yep.
Okay.
Very
Wow.
sad. My condolences to his family.
Dang.
Yeah, I mean, I had heard of him before today, but not really like that. But it really just touched me in some way. It made me sad because they just killing people for no reason out here.
Yeah.
The world is cold.
That's cold blooded. That's messed up. Rest in peace to him. And, you know, I don't know what else to say about him. You know, like I said, I really didn't know him as far as a rapper and stuff and his music, but that's just sad. He was just chilling. Like, and he doesn't have like no people out here that was trying to get him. Like, was he in some other stuff besides a music career? Like,
I
was
mean, if he was, it's not something that I've ever seen him publicize. It's not something that I've ever heard my kids mention. Cause he, like I said, I'm familiar with his music. He does make real good music. My kids listen to him, but it's not something that I've ever heard of. I even like talk to the kids, and I'm like, what was he into? You know, they knew what YMW Melly was into. They knew what King Vaughn was into. You know what I mean? Like they're rappers that are, I guess, like quote unquote, like gangster rappers or whatever.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Usually know that, right? Usually know that they kind of live that type of life or whatever. But that wasn't the story of the vibe that anybody that I've come across has got from PNB. It's not a vibe I've ever gotten, not especially not off of his music.
Right. Yeah,
So,
my daughter saying she knows his music and stuff too. So I guess that was something big with them. You know, didn't catch my eye, but that's sad. I'm sorry to hear that.
yeah.
All right. All right, let's get into it, honey, because y'all out here got Tokyo messed up as well, honey. Tokyo said, not on my watch. So according to Tokyo Tony, she said that her
So
That
let's
is
not.
brother
not Tokyo
was
Tony.
I mean Tokyo vanity. Damn, all these Tokyos, all these little
Wait a
babies,
minute
little
now.
baby, little this, little that, little Kim, little blah blah. It's like it's too much. Okay, they all confusing. Tokyo vanity, okay? Which is what she's can is she can the super or she just grew up
I
with
She's
mean,
super?
like
well,
one of
they
her
like they,
besties.
yeah, they
One of her
besties.
besties. Okay. So Tokyo Vanity, who is one of Super Sense besties, came out and I guess you know her brother was dating this woman who she found out was transgender and he's a biological male and she warned him about it and now the transgender wants to fight her for telling her brother, which that don't make sense to me. Um
Well, yeah, that's so yeah, what you're saying is right, but so when Tokyo put it out there, right? She didn't put it out there to the world. She found out, she let her brother know. Her brother then and all this is alleged. Her
mhm.
brother then asked said person, and from what I understand, said
Right.
person did they deny it, Shaniqua? I want to say they denied it.
Yeah, she said it
Mhm.
wasn't true.
They said it
Right,
wasn't true.
right. They denied it, and now yeah, it's a big thing.
All right.
I personally don't see anything wrong with what Tokyo did. If Tokyo would have came to the internet first before going to her brother publicly, then I
That
can
would have been
understand.
scandalous.
Right,
Mhm.
that would have been fucked up, right?
Right,
But here,
right.
there's a couple of things here. For one, Tokyo didn't mention a person. I don't even know who Tokyo's fucking brother is, so I can't
Right.
possibly know who he's dating, right? So that she didn't mention any names, but she came to the internet after the fact to ask, was she wrong for doing this?
Because the girl wanted to fight her, basically. But
Right.
and
Right.
also, let me tell you what she based it off of. She based it off of conversations that she had with her brother. Her brother told her he ain't with that. So if you know your brother ain't with that, especially, why wouldn't you tell him? I would tell him regardless. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying, if you know your brother didn't told you specifically, that's not what I do. I don't want no parts of it. You gonna let
Mhm.
your brother keep going? The people on the internet just be talking shit like they're perfect and what they would and wouldn't do. If that was your sister, the people on those podcasts or whoever else talking about she's transphobic, you would tell too.
I think the more concerning part, right, is that they're trying to make it seem like Tokyo was wrong and she's the reason X, Y, and Z happens. And the reality is the reason why shit goes left sometimes is because people are dishonest. And that's any relationship with anything about the relationship at all. If you lie in a relationship, there's a high probability that you're gonna destroy the fucking relationship. And when it comes to sexual preference, sexuality, how you identify versus biological, you know what I mean, if you live a certain lifestyle, you got to be honest with people.
And you
Yeah.
know what? Be honest, regardless if you trans, gay, straight. because either way you can wind up dead or getting your ass whooped. It don't matter. Some people crazy. Tell the truth.
Yeah, and I think that was the bigger issue was that when the brother asked the person, the woman that he was talking to, lied. She lied. That's the bottom line. She lied. But now she's mad because she feels outed. But the whole world, I still don't know who the fuck she is. Okay, let's be clear.
Yeah, well, they talking about she outed the girl. How did she out the girl? We don't know who the girl is.
Listen, I don't know who the fuck she is.
We're gonna take a listen to this clip that Tokyo released. And also Jen P said, I think unfortunately when you have transitioned and don't tell someone that is no way to start a relationship. That is one big of a secret to keep from someone. Starting a relationship with someone who you know isn't down with that is not okay.
Yeah, and then that opens up a can of words for several other types of conversations because, like, what if you know he wants to have kids? You know what I mean? That's a conversation that has to be had, and you have to be honest about it if you want the necessary support. I mean, maybe it is very possible that, you know, had she been honest, he could have overlooked it and been okay with it. I mean,
some men that like trans women, like
that's what I'm saying.
Got a lot of people. Yeah, some people like it. So you have to give people their choice. I told Michelle earlier, if I met a man and I found out he was born biologically a woman and didn't tell me, we done for real.
Yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't personally think Toke was wrong. If she would have came to the internet first and said the internet and started naming names and shit like that, we would be having a different conversation. But it sounds like the way she went about it, and I know we already watched the clip, but she did it right. She found out, she had the conversation with her brother based off of how she understands what her brother likes. Her brother then took the necessary steps to find out on his own. And now, you know, we're here. If the young lady wants to fight Tokyo over that, I think the young lady's stupid to do so because, you know what I mean, you should have been honest.
Right. And Jen also said, when you lie about who are, what is it, that is taken away. When you lie about something like that, it's taking away the trust and making it harder for the ones who are being in their true self. Yeah. And that makes it be like, you know, that's why some of them don't want to come out and say anything. It's not about the transition, it's about the lie. Right. Gotcha. Let's take a listen real quick to what Tokyo had to say.
Like this lady who was not born a lady, she basically said she want to fight me, and I'm not sis. I'm not about to fight you. But anyway, she wants to fight me because my brother, who is a heterosexual man for however long, like he has been living his life that way or whatever, you know, well, don't we know him to be straight, right? He's straight. He's always all right. So him and her, they've been texting or whatever like that. And me and my brother personally have conversations about this. So I know how he feels about it or whatever like that. So I told him that I had heard that, you know, the girl was, you know, not born a girl. So he asked her politely, not on no rude shit. He didn't say nothing like that. He politely texted him, was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? X, Y, and Z. Are you, you know what I'm saying? Were you biologically born a woman? She says, yes. So I told my brother, no, she's not. Like, here, look, I know for sure this girl was not born a girl. Am I wrong? Am I wrong for that?
No, you're not wrong. No.
Like, he don't, like. So last night,
and she even said in the post, you know, trigger warning, am I wrong? If so, I apologize. Teach me why I'm wrong. I don't think you're wrong.
Yeah, and I think she even tried to explain it in a respectful way. Granted, she didn't know the terminology offhand for referring to her as transgender, but she definitely was respecting her pronouns. And that says a lot about somebody, you know what I mean? When they're trying to explain something, like she was really respecting that as far as, you know, making, you know, people aware like it's a woman. She lives as a woman, you know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
And she is a woman but she's not a
Right.
biological
Right.
woman, and
Right.
that's what he wants, and
Right.
that's
Right.
his choice. He
Right.
don't have to, date a trans woman if he don't want to.
And again, the part that the woman is trans is not the issue. The issue is
Right,
that the person lied.
right, right.
That's the issue. That's really the issue. Don't lie. Like, don't lie. Don't lie. Lying and stealing are at the top of some people's hit list. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, cause I know somebody who has stolen from me $400 for 2 seats for a wig line that has not come to fruition. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
so
And
tired.
I'm just saying,
My
wait,
God.
you've stolen from people. Okay? You don't steal, and she lied. She lied because I'm still waiting for things that haven't been produced. I'm still waiting for a Be Good pilot that hasn't been produced. So she's a thief and she's a liar. And there's a special place and one of the levels of purgatory for people like that. But you don't steal and you don't lie to people, especially when they ask you directly. They asked you directly, and she even said he was respectful. He ain't asked on no rah rah shit. Tokyo, you are not wrong. I would do the same thing.
I'm doing the same for
Fact.
my
My
brother,
friends, I
sister,
expect my
friend.
friends to do the same thing. If you know something that you know I need to know, you need to make sure
Right.
that I fucking know. Otherwise, we ain't friends no more.
You hear me? Do you hear
Facts.
friends? Romans and
Facts.
man, tell me the damn truth.
That's a fact. Let me decide from there. Like, don't nobody make that choice. Like, don't make the choice for me.
Facts. All right, y'all. Speaking of all of this information, let's bring up and I'm gonna leave this trigger warning up too because we're talking about Ari Spears here. He came out and he said that he feels like his career is over amidst this child molestation lawsuit that's going on between him and Tiffany Haddish.
Good.
And I was gonna say good too, because you know what? At this point, you knew it was wrong. You shouldn't have did it in the first place, both of y'all. It wasn't funny. You know what I'm saying? And you potentially did more emotional and mental damage to the boy than anything. That was just cold blooded.
Yeah.
But let's
There was
take a
nothing
listen.
funny. There was nothing funny about the shit. Like, there was no joke in it at any point. That's concerning.
Yeah. Oh shoot, I didn't know it was that long. We ain't got time to be listening to him for that damn long. I know you fucking lying. Okay, so let me just go into some of the information that he said about this whole situation. He said, starting from the beginning, he said, in an email, he was encouraged. This a guy named Taurus Spears, which is it a family member? Let me see. Spears and Steinberg, 47, was reading audience emails when he stumbled across a message from his mother, Taurus Spears. Okay, it's his mom. In the email, she said, told Spears to keep his head up during the storm. Spears' mother also claimed that despite the lawsuit, he is still evolving into his prime. As the video continues, Spears brought up how his co-host Andy Steinberg gave him the same advice his mother did. Spears said on Mark 24:50 while discussing, that's the part in the video, while discussing the state of comedy career, which began in the 80s, I think that was interesting that you said it and my mother echoed it, or better yet, she said it and you echoed it. He also added, because I just went, yeah, I'm going to tell you something. As much I'm nervous. I already felt like my career was over before all of this. I thought I was blackballed. I felt like my shit was over. But I always said I felt like I was one thing away from the turnaround. But now with this, I'm almost certain that my tombstone was written. Well, let me just say this. Your tombstone is written. They pulled your coffin out and they ready for you to lay the fuck down, because as of now, you are on the list and you are on the cancel list. They want to cancel your ass immediately.
Yeah, it's the
And I
tax.
just want to,
Yeah,
for a lot of us, it's kind of easy to cancel him because before this, I had no idea who the fuck he was. So there's
I
that.
remember him. He was on Def Comedy Jam back in the day. He also did a skit when who was that brought him out? I want to say it was short man Kevin Hart brought him out. He had a comedy special or something, and he brought out, he killed it because he is very good at his jokes and he does imitations really good, like Jamie Foxx. So he went into a whole skit. He did like, Jay-Z, he did Snoop Dogg, like he did a whole little rap with all of them. I remember it. He was dope back in the day. Now, again, that was back in the day, and I ain't seen nothing from him since all of that time before. Like nothing has popped up that he has been still doing comedy and that it has still been funny. I ain't seen nothing. So when they started showing this information about him and this Tiffany Haddish ordeal with this little boy, I just was like, what in the hell? And where the hell he been? Because he been in
don't
my
forget what precipitated this. He made some awful comments about Lizzo. And I think what happened is the fans went and dug this shit up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm curious about though?
GMP said, "What a waste of the name Aries." She said, "What a waste of the name Aries."
So I definitely understand him getting all the smoke, and if canceling is on the agenda, I'm personally for it because it was very distasteful. I'm really curious to hear, is the world talking about canceling Tiffany Haddish too? Like, do you think?
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
She can make.
They are talking about it. I saw some of the stuff on Beyonce's internet that they're requesting to cancel her. Now, is it as loud as his? No, it's not.
But why not though?
I don't know.
She knew
because she wasn't the one that was actually doing anything. Now, if it comes out like what they're saying is that she orchestrated this whole little skit because this was her friend's son.
Yeah, so we're saying she didn't know the script.
Huh?
Is the accusation
she knew that damn
she didn't know the script? Because then, like, how could she not know what she had to get a kid for?
Well, no, I didn't say she didn't know. I just said she was the one that was actually in the video doing anything really inappropriate besides, bringing that child there to do that, if that's what she did.
Yeah, well, that's inappropriate, and I think she deserves an equal amount of energy.
Yeah.
Because that's no different than how we feel about the parents.
I'm gonna reserve judgment because I don't know that. If what they're saying is true, that Tiffany was friends with the mama and she was supposed to be there as that child's guardian, yes, she deserves to be canceled. But if his mother was there, brought him there for that job, and Tiffany was just acting, this wasn't her production or anything like that, why should she be canceled for acting in something that she didn't orchestrate that? It's like taking a job and then you getting in trouble because what other folks doing on the job.
But okay, so this is my issue. I have a very hard time believing that you act in a skit, and one, you didn't rehearse it, right? Two, you have no idea what the storyline is, and then three, if this is your friend and your friend's child or whatever the case may be, did you tell her what you needed her son for as far as the exact role goes?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have to see if all of that stuff is true.
I can't see it not being true. I've never seen anybody do a skit.
No, not that. That Tiffany singled her out and got her son there. That's what I want to know, if that's true.
I mean, well, look, according to some of the court documents that was released in regards to that, she went to the sister, told the sister that she had something that was big for the brother, something they're doing, a plan for Nickelodeon, and that we need to go over to one of her friends' house. I don't know if they all rode together or whatever that case was, but they ended up going over to the friend's house, which was Aries' house. And they was like, she told the sister, okay, so for this part, I'm gonna ask you to stay here so that we can go and do the skits and stuff that we need to do. So she pretty much orchestrated that whole thing between the sister and getting the brother there.
Well, that's what they're saying. That's what I want to hear, what Tiffany has to say to know if it's true. I want to hear what the mama have to say. I want to know what everybody got to say about this.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's according to the court documents of what is stated.
Well, that
So
the
she
court
hasn't came
documents
out,
are only giving you the people's perspective.
but she hasn't come out to say anything, Sean.
And
She hasn't
she's
said
not
nothing,
going to. She's
and
That's
I
not
don't
going
think
she
so
to.
is
either.
going to. If she going to court, she's gonna have to testify.
Well,
That's
we're gonna be waiting a long time till they go to court, but she
so
ain't out here running
up
her mouth like
until
Spears is either.
up until they go to court, we just believe whatever the court documents say, even though we don't know for a fact that that's true.
Well, it might not even ever be public either. We have to keep that in mind because there are minors involved.
Yeah, I get it, but
So
and this
we
is
honestly might
14
not find
years
out.
ago, so they not minors no more.
Yeah.
Well, and besides, they don't. The mother is not even the person that's suing. It's the sister and the brother. I think we talked about this last time that the sister or somebody ended up going to school to be an attorney, and they're the ones
Yeah.
who handling the
Right.
case.
But
Yeah.
my thing is, where in the world was their mother? They were kids at the time. They're adults now, but that's why I want to know what in the world the mother is saying about all this.
She ain't saying nothing because they got her in pictures hanging out with Tiffany at parties and shit.
That's what
Now
I
we
was getting ready to
posted
say
that.
too. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
posted that the last live. We got the pictures of that.
Girl, they're gonna have to make it make sense to me on how in the world. And I don't put nothing past nobody, but it's a lot of questions that are unanswered. I'm not just gonna assume that Tiffany, if she does, she a damn fool. But then again, she wasn't. I don't think she had a career back then. I think maybe she was up and coming. But if she was stupid enough to bring somebody's child in for that stupid ass shit, she deserved to be in jail and canceled too. That's why I say we got to see if she actually orchestrated all this, because she said she did not.
And Jen said all the adults involved should be liable. Every single one, camera crew and all. Whoever was behind it, whoever put the skit together, whoever got them two to get involved, like all of them. She want
Yeah.
everybody on the
I don't
roster.
disagree. I don't disagree with that at all.
Yeah. So I guess we just gonna have to stand by and see what else happens in regards to that, because that's some scandalous mess. Scandalous. All right, let's get on to it, honey, because the word on the curb is Neo is refusing to pay alimony and he demands joint custody of children with his estranged wife. Now, I know we talked about this last time and we found out that the mistress that had the first child with Neo while he was married to Crystal is also currently pregnant with a second child as well. So he's saying that he don't think that she needs to be able to, he has to pay her anything because she can make money off being Neo ex-wife.
I mean, I don't really know about that. I'm really not sure of the dynamics associated with alimony and whether or not she's a stay-at-home mom and why she is a stay-at-home mom. What I can say is that I have not heard about Neil being a bad father, being an absent father, things like that. So I don't think it's bad that he wants, joint custody with the kids. By joint custody, I'm assuming he may be referring to 50-50.
I'm assuming.
In the event of 50-50, I mean, is child support really something that's necessary if it's 50-50?
Mm-hmm. I would say, yeah.
So, I mean, if it's 50-50, he wouldn't have to pay child support.
Yeah.
So,
well, he definitely need to come out of his pockets on something.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
So you don't think that Crystal deserves alimony or anything like that?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not. Nah. Listen.
Well, let's take a listen to
They've
this.
been married for how many years? They've been married for 8 years.
8 years.
And he's been successful. He was successful before he married her.
Yes. Well, remind you.
And in the last 8 years,
he was taken from one woman to her.
Right.
You know how that played
and
out.
the first child that he has with the one that's allegedly pregnant now, he was married to Crystal when that baby was conceived as well, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
I mean, are you trying to say just because she stood by him on the first round, what's the big deal? I mean, because there's plenty of them that sitting
I'm
up here still
saying
with the person that had
that
these break babies or why they was together.
I'm saying that there's three sides to the story. I'm saying there's his side, there's her side, and then somewhere in the middle is the truth.
Y'all show playing that three side story today card. What's up with that? What's
I
up
mean,
with
I'm not
that?
playing it. I just think that we in general just have a habit of when people go through a divorce and the divorce seems messy, we always immediately side with the woman because the woman tends to be more vocal in a lot of situations. And then when the truth comes out and it's not really what was originally portrayed, right? There was some other underlying shit that was going on that, the man just don't speak on because a lot of men just don't do that or become messy. Like every man is not like Tyrese when they separate, right? That's just the truth. Most men are not like Tyrese when they separate from their significant other, but the women tend to be messy, and they tell their side of the story from their emotional space. And when the truth comes out, and it's not what she originally stated, nobody ever goes back and apologizes to the guy or says, "Damn, you was right," or anything like
So
that.
him
It just
having
gets
a
swept under
whole
the rug.
baby on her while they was married, and now he's having a second child with the same woman, that doesn't count for nothing.
Count for what? Count
Count
for
for her
what?
getting alimony because this is what is probably the straw that broke the camel's back. Now look, I accepted your bullshit when we was together and you had the first baby on me, but I'll be damned if I sit up here and let you have another child on me with the same chick.
Listen. I understand that very, very differently. I understand what you're saying. I understand what the general population thinks as it relates to him having this baby, but I'm gonna reserve it and say it'll play out however it's supposed to play out. If he don't play alimony, I wouldn't be mad.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at this document here that sis2sis.com posted. They said, according to the recent obtained court documents by Radar Online, singer Neo demanded joint custody of his three children, whom he shares with Crystal Smith, and refuses to pay alimony to her. He rejected Smith's request for primary custody and wanted permanent alimony. Neo began by stating that he's an active and loving father to his children. The court documents relayed that Neo asserts that he is financially, physically, and emotionally capable of serving as joint physical custodian of the party's three minor children alongside of Crystal. He affirmed that he had nothing against paying child support for the three kids, but that he was entirely against paying spousal support to his ex-wife Smith. He stated that she was still in a position to make contributions for herself despite Neo's higher financial footing in his career. He also said that Crystal possesses the considerable ability to procure stable and consistent employment at this current time and following the dissolve of their marriage. Oh well,
He worded that very well.
yeah,
Well, whoever worded that very well.
yeah. GMP say that were they married long enough for alimony? They were married for 8 years, Jen. So they were almost, 10-year mark, almost at the 10-year mark.
So what
Girl,
alimony would
Neo say,
apply to
get a
you?
job, damn it.
He's not wrong. You gotta keep it. You be honest. Most of his success, like his big success, where his money came from, was before they were married.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
but he's still
But if
making a lot of money. He's still
he
making a
don't
lot of
have to
money.
give her permanent alimony, but if we together for 8 years and our agreement is for me to be a housewife, when we get a divorce, you can't automatically be like, well, you need to get a job and earn money and keep our children and contribute 50%. He knows she don't have the
Well, hold on.
capability
Now let's say
of
that
keeping them.
what if that wasn't the agreement though?
It was. They said it was.
What, that she remain a housewife?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in the court
He's
documents.
not refuting that at all. He's just
Mm-hmm.
saying that now she is capable of getting a job. He ain't refuting shit she's saying. Only thing he's saying is that Your ass can work. Now, you can get a job. That's what he's saying. But no, I mean, I don't think she should have permanent alimony. She too young for that shit. Now, you ain't even 40, man. Talking about some damn permanent alimony. But I do think she deserves some type of alimony for a year or two to get on her feet, you know.
Or at least for the 8 years that they was together.
Oh, well, not 8 years.
They weren't continuously together for those 8 years, though.
They're supposed to say every damn year.
Every damn year, pay me my money. For my money, okay?
Yeah, I can agree with that. Giving her a little bit of time to get on her feet, a year or two, maybe.
And you know that child support is going to be substantial.
Right, that's
anyway.
what I was going to say too. Yes, I'm certain that it will be.
But he's trying not to even pay child support, right?
No, he said he's okay with child support.
Oh, he's okay with child support. Okay.
He don't want to pay spousal support, and she's asking for permanent alimony, Sixx.
Right.
That means for the rest of her life.
Yeah, I don't think that she deserves to have it for the rest of her life, but I will say, like, she need to get like between 5 of that 8, 5 of that 8. Cause homie, you done had 2 kids on me.
Yeah, I do deserve some compensation.
How old is that first kid that he had while they were married?
I don't think that damn first kid is 2 years old, or maybe 2, if that.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
they got a baby.
Yeah,
and then he's getting ready to have another one. But
with
she still
same chick.
But then she still decided to renew her vows with him in April, correct?
And I guess that she was going to forgive that whole situation with the first baby. But come on now, Michelle, you ain't about to sit up here and be laying up with me and you still fucking that other hoe and you producing other seeds.
I also wouldn't have renewed my fucking vows with somebody who had a kid on me. Like, I
wouldn't have either.
I wouldn't have happened a second time. So, like, no, none of this shit would apply to someone like me. None of this shit.
Okay, but take you out of the equation. She decided to stay.
She's stupid.
Okay, even with her stupidity, she decided to stay, and they thought that they was gonna work things out due to the over the whole 2 years that they were together for during that COVID.
Thinking that.
But why? Wait a minute, hold on. Time out. Time out.
The same way you got him.
Time out. Because he is the one who said that they had came back together after they were like separated or whatever, but COVID required them to be together under the same roof, and they were able to work through their situation and talk about it and renew. That's what he said.
Big baby. Yep.
Okay. So obviously they made new agreements about their relationship, and she was okay with it.
So
okay. Well, now she ain't okay with it because he didn't have a second baby on her.
And she's still stupid.
I ain't saying that she ain't stupid, but I'm just saying you can't sit up here and say, "Oh well, just because you the one stayed with him and that's all that." Whatever their agreement was, because he's the one out here that is speaking what happened during their little breakerization and how they came back together. He was talking about how happy he was that he decided to stick out the relationship and work things out. So that sounds real condescending that, oh, she's stupid for staying with him, but they tended to work together on that particular situation. But that overlook that.
Hold on, we've been established that Neo's trifling as fuck.
We know that. And she know that.
So Neo's not getting no slack or anything like that, or he's not getting a pass because he's trifling as fuck. But at some point, right, you fuck a new agreement because the original agreement was null and void. How the fuck do I think that a man who is a habitual cheater and he cheated on his ex-girlfriend with me? Why the fuck would I really think that this man understands what a fucking agreement is? Like that's the definition of insanity.
Why you being like that? And they worked out a new term of their agreement, Shawntee.
No,
if they both agreed that they was gonna work through this issue and stay together, that's what prompted them to renew and walk down the aisle again.
No, listen. I understand
listen,
what
Linda.
you're saying.
Listen,
I
lady.
understand what you're saying. The world may understand what you're saying, but I'm going to tell you again what I'm saying. Okay.
Oh my God. Don't.
So
Please don't.
listen, the whole agreement is null and void. It was null and void from the time they got together. You got with me via I was your side chick, right? And what did they say? The same way you get them is the way you gonna lose them. So during said relationship, you decided to marry me. You left your ex, made her tie her tubes. I'm sorry, suggested that she tie the tubes and she listened. Okay, you got with me. You ain't want no more kids, but here I go with 2 kids. We get married. Cool, we get married. You have a baby during said marriage, right? Then we have another, we get back together, whatever the case may be. We have a pandemic baby. I know good and well that you still cheating because I've already told the world that I've been getting several DMs. I told the whole world to stop sending me all these videos and pictures and messages of
That's
my
when she
husband.
filed for divorce.
I don't.
That's when she filed for divorce. When she sent that out.
She filed for divorce before that. What she said was, I know. She ultimately said,
No,
I know.
she didn't file it first. Neo actually filed.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, okay. Thank you for that clarification, Shaniqua, because that makes no difference at all. No, it does.
Well,
make
no,
a
I
difference.
mean the implication is that she got tired. She was gonna leave him. Then she changed her mind because the pandemic came. When really, apparently, he was leaving her. Maybe for that lady he had the baby by. I don't know, but
whatever the case
is, everybody done been a sucker for love. Sound like she a sucker for love or a sucker for money. One of them.
What you won't do for love. You tried everything when it won't give up.
He probably begged her to stay for his image, because that's probably what he's worrying about is his image and the money that he was gonna lose because he looked like an asshole out here in these streets. That's why
he didn't give a damn, Sean. He didn't give a damn about his image or the way that he looked.
Yes, he do. That's why he want her to hush now. Don't you see he trying to get a gag order?
He's trying to give her a restraining order on that damn lump. But let me tell you something. She said what she said when she said it. When she first came out, she said what she said. I don't think she needs to say anything else. That's what I'm saying. And for him to come out and say, well, now I don't want her to say anything about it. Homie, she said what she said already. So what you coming out telling her she can't say is null and void.
His baby mama is on the blog.
Well, that's too bad for her. Keep your legs closed to marry men.
Well, no, I'm just saying that he knows that the story is gonna get out there even more now because his baby mama is all over the place, rubbing her belly and singing in the camera.
Well, what you doing all that for then, ho? Why you ain't in the background? Why you all up in the camera?
Why you ain't wear a side piece supposed to be in the side?
Look,
she's trying to do what his current wife, his current wife.
She thinks she about to take the slide. That's what it is.
Cycle. That's a vicious cycle. You're right.
And I guarantee you,
shit ain't gonna change. He gonna listen, Neo. If you listening, if this come across you at any time, you be a fucking fool to ever get married again, my dude.
For real.
You don't want to be married, and that's okay.
Yep.
You can do a whole Nick Cannon in these streets if that's what you want to do. Because you see Nick Cannon, he seemed to be doing really, really well with several baby mamas and just constantly impregnating each of them at some point in time.
Well, you know what I say about Dick is that I respect is that he ain't hiding shit. He's honest with everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
Respect that. A woman can respect that.
That's what I'm saying. I agree. That's what I'm saying. Neo, if you listening to this, don't get married. You not marriage material.
You sure lame. You try.
He definitely. He should never have gotten married in the first place because after that whole ordeal that I saw with Manya, what's her name?
Manyetta.
That was so cold-blooded to me. Like I felt like oh my God. Like when she started talking about that stuff on the reality show she was on, I was like, oh my God, for real? Like I felt really bad for her because you know what? She was doing the same thing that most women do is that they do what they can in order to keep them. Now, anytime you out there, and I'm not saying that this can't be for everybody. Everybody has their own preference about stuff like this. But you know, when you start allowing others to enter your bedroom, which she was allowing to do in order to satisfy him, or you start allowing yourself to be with him when he's going to the strip clubs and stuff like that. Because you know, a lot of the women do take their husbands and stuff to the strip club, and both of them be making it rain and all of this other stuff. And then you picking out the ones you want, candy coated nights, and taking them back to the house. You know what I'm saying? Like when you start doing stuff like that, it's bound to be a messed up relationship. I mean, even and as much as we don't never want to really talk about that, but even the DeVos has talked about bringing somebody else into your bedroom and how it's been very destructive. It messes up.
The only relationship that I have seen this to look like it's been successful for was Tiana Taylor and them.
It's Tiana Taylor and your favorite rapper singer.
Who favorite rapper singer?
Your Shawntee. I'm finna tell you. He used to have a song with Lil Wayne and them, and he had the synthesizer and stuff like that.
T-Pain.
T-Pain and his wife they still do it too.
Well,
they're the only two that I know of that it's worked for them.
That's what I'm saying. That's it. Like everybody just can't. You know what I mean?
Everybody can't
it
do
just ain't for everybody. I mean, it's just not like you're not Tiana Taylor, sis.
Right.
Everybody, it doesn't work because people going along with shit that they really don't want to do, trying to preserve a relationship. You really have to want that. Like Tiana Taylor, my assumption is that she likes ladies, you know. So no problem.
Yeah.
But you got people out here doing it that have no interest in the, like girls that are messing around with other women that have no desire to do it, but doing it trying to keep a damn man.
Right. Let's get into these chats right quick. GMP said if they made a decision to commit each other as a couple and he'd worked, then she stay home. That was under the pretense both y'all were being faithful. Him stepping out, she kept her word. Well, she deserves some financial help to get back on her feet. I agree with that too. Jen also said, but I see the other side where she still stayed when he was already being running around in everyone's sheets, and that's how you met him too. Okay, perfect.
Girl, he probably been cheating since damn day one. Lord,
and I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it. Sharon, aka Sharon, is in the building. Yes, we live, honey. You missed all the juicy tea. Well, some of it, because we still spilling it over here. I don't know what I'm talking about. We still over here spilling it. Okay. But yeah, honey, you missed all of that. You're gonna have to rewind this back and get some of this tea. Well, Sharon, aka Sharon, said, girl, when you bring others into the bedroom, you risk destruction of the marriage relationship. She also said that Tiana and Iman Shumpert had a brief little tension after bringing a third party into the bedroom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it does kind of bring something in here. Yes, you got to go back and replay the beginning of it. You missed some tea, some juicy tea.
I also do want the record to reflect that when Crystal did come out and make her little statement that she made, she honestly did imply that Neo has been doing this for their whole relationship.
Yeah, she did. She certainly did.
She implied that she's been dealing with this for 8 years.
Right.
So I think that verbiage that she used is what made me look at her and kind of like, you know what I mean, raise my eyebrow like, oh, you weird. You super weird.
Girl, you know, some of these women, they really be in love with the lifestyle and they willing to put up with anything. I think he just went too far with that baby number 2, like 6'4" said.
How the fuck is baby number 2 too far, but baby number 1 wasn't? What the fuck? Ain't no such thing as
but we're not saying it's not too far, Shawntee.
With break babies, you got.
I was just gonna say
If we
Ludacris,
married, okay,
Gabrielle
maybe.
Union, who else
Yep.
exposed?
Listen, I understand what y'all saying, but when you married, for me, and how I understand and how I feel and how I believe in marriage, ain't no motherfucking break, baby. You want to take a break? Go sleep in the motherfucking living room. Don't go sleep inside somebody else raw.
Facts.
I mean, I agree with you too, but apparently people,
Will forgive and keep it pushing.
they will forgive. I mean, some people, like, from the outside looking in, it looks like Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade have a really strong relationship.
Right.
No comment, because
I was gonna say,
Dwayne Wade.
let's not even go into that whole situation.
That's a whole other conversation.
Well, because I rarely see them together. I be rarely seeing them together. She always with her baby.
Oh no, they be together. They be together.
But y'all, let me tell y'all something. Y'all already know I don't really care for Gabby like that anyway. So let me just keep it real. I'm not checking for her. I'm not keeping up with her. I like her shady baby. That's it.
Yeah, well, this is the reason why don't nobody give a fuck about marriage, because it's examples like this.
Right.
Child.
This is why people go into a marriage understanding divorce is an option. That's why the world is fucked up.
And Eminem said, "Yep, that's right."
Because people go into marriage thinking that divorce, knowing that divorce is an option. When I was a kid and people got married, I never heard nobody talk about divorce unless, you know what I mean? Like, people say
you
divorce.
You hear people talking about divorce, but you had them
outside. You heard about them side babies. Ella been down the street for 15 years with Mongo for the whole 15 years, and he done had a couple of babies around the corner. Don't play.
I heard that happened, but in my familial circle, when they was married, there wasn't no side babies. Now, if you was a home like my biological father, okay, you know what I mean? You didn't get married, and you just had kids like you did in Nick Cannon.
Baby, let me tell you something. Them men back in the day, they stuck around. That's one thing I would give them credit for. They stuck around and they took care of their households, but they were some cheap nasties too. Lord.
Right. Facts. Sherrod, aka Sharon, say ain't no break baby, period. And then who was this that asked for that? They said, is Neo the one that had his woman get fixed because he didn't want the kids? Yep, that's fine. And they said they can't stand Gabby either. Stand up. We don't like Gabby. Okay.
Y'all
Gabby
don't like nobody.
I'm just saying, we do like some people, but she just not on the list. She is not on the list, Sean. You tried it. You know what Betty Wright says. What she say? Okay, you better tell it. They also say, I agree when you see marriage as a contract and not a covenant. That's a problem.
Yes, that's the verbiage. Thank you.
Yeah.
Whoever said that, thank you for correcting my.
Yeah, I think that was that was Sharon, aka Sharon. And that's what Eminem said. That's why no divorce. Yep. Let's see, who is this? I've been married. Oh, okay, this GMP. I've been married 15 years. You had some friends who are on their third marriage already. Dang, you got friends on their third marriage already?
Girl, I done gave up by now. Damn.
I was gonna say they need to hang it up. It's not working for you. Right. Yes, I agree. GMP said Gabby is such a biatch. I agree. She is. She just snooty. Like she just got that era about her. I never liked her. So that's just me. You know, it's me. Let's get into it now, y'all. We don't hear arguing back and forth. I'm just cracking up. Your boy Kels is back in the headlines because a juror suffered a panic attack, honey, in the court, and says she can continue after 4 hours of closing argument. This is according to Hollywood Unlocked. They said new report claims that RKelly juror has suffered a panic attack in court, and the woman asked that she cannot continue after enduring 4 hours of closing arguments in a disgraced singer's Chicago's case. Earlier today, during a recent break in proceedings, a judge quickly moved to remove the white female juror as she began to have a panic attack. The incident occurred just after the prosecution gave their closing arguments. According to the judge, he told that that the juror couldn't last another minute, so he escaped her. In the woman's place, a white male alternate juror has stepped in. He, like the woman he's replacing, he's not seen the surviving RKelly documentary. Oh, okay. Well,
Girl, go to hell.
I wonder what made her start having a panic. You done sat through the whole damn trial. You having a panic attack?
That's why I said, girl, go to hell.
Y'all so cold-blooded. You're so overload. You got somebody sitting up here talking for 4 hours all about the same shit, girl. I'm done. I'm ready to get out of here. Oh my God, I can't breathe.
You had a panic attack. You don't listen to testimony after testimony after testimony, but deliberation is where you draw the fucking line. Fuck out of here.
Girl. Oh my God. Let me get to these comments. So Sharon, aka Sharon, says she's been married for 36 years and most of her friends are divorced. Military life ain't no joke. Oh yeah. That's a whole nother situation. I also got from GP, that's why they have alternates. Yes. She said a panic attack. Eminem said, I'm behind. My phone's tripping. Who the fuck has a panic attack? Oh, come on. See, that's what I see. Like, what's going on? Why is she panicking and she ain't on trial? Right. Why she panicking? What's wrong with you, girl?
Robert, you done harassed that woman with your eyes.
Girl, maybe she is secretly a Robert D. Kelly fan.
Now that could be. That makes sense to me.
Yes, honey.
I
And
got a
she's just over here.
How do they prove that ain't none of these people see the documentary?
Girl, they just
take their word for it.
That's some bullshit. Yeah, that's some bullshit. They all saw that shit.
That's what I was saying, girl. They just over here with a whole conversation, just the whole thing, just to be on his trial, honey. I wonder if they paid off. That's what I wonder.
Shit, no, they ain't paid off. If they paid off, they probably his ass not guilty. He gonna get found guilty, child.
Not guilty. Y'all got to feel me. Okay.
Hey,
all right. Well, let's take this brief pause intermission, honey, because we got some more stuff to bring to you, and we're gonna try to wrap this up. So we're gonna be on here about 3 or 4, 5 hours like we normally do, because it's some more stuff that's coming on Beyonce's internet. Y'all get ready. Here we go. Curbsters, what's tea? This is your girl Sixx, and I'm coming to you live. We want to know what the tea is, but I ain't want to gossip, so you ain't heard it from me. But if you got some tea and you want to spill it, then go ahead and drop us an email at 6wordonthecurve@outlook.com. Why? You wonder why? What? Because, bitch, we nosy. We want to know the scoop. We want to be able to come out with some stuff about these celebrities, too. We want the tea. You know we are always messy and petty and extra. So hit your girl Sixx up and give us all the tea that you know, and we'll be able to share it on our lives as well, because we want breaking news. And I'm coming to be petty. You heard? We coming to be petty. Y'all got some tea y'all want to give us? Y'all make sure y'all send us the email at sixwotc@outlook.com. Again, that's sixwotc@outlook.com. Put in the subject line what's tea, so we'll know what's good. Girl, we'll drop everything for that tea. Okay, I'm just saying. Drop it all, drop it all, drop it all. All right.
girl,
let's get into it.
Talking about maybe the juror want to be peed off. Sherry, no, she don't. Sherry, she don't want to be peed off.
Oh my gosh. She said she is his wife going on trial. She is not innocent.
Y'all, she ain't innocent, but girl.
Petty party. You got that right. Again. Dang, we had one yesterday too. No, Saturday too. Cold-blooded. All right, let's get into this next y'all, I don't know what is going on with this world. I want to bring up two things, and then I'm gonna try to close it out at 11, you guys, so we won't stay over, so we can say some of this for when we go to live this weekend. Y'all already know that we had to bring you this hot information about Nikki Minaj suing some of the influencers out here. That's what we started off with. Don't forget that Sunday, Ray J went live and he was trying to sue the hell out of the Kardashians because he is just tired of them plastering they BS all over here about that damn sex tape, which I believe him. I believe him all the way live. So this time, we're gonna get into something else because I thought this was real interesting. I tell you, I don't know what's wrong with these folks out here, but they said on this AtlantaBlackStar.com website, state of New York settles a lawsuit against disgraced black clergy leader who received nearly $2 million in payments in church real estate scheme. Disappointment. Y'all heard about this?
No, I didn't hear about that one.
So they said that a settlement has been reached between the state of New York and a real estate developer and religious leader who defrauded church members out of their places of worship in Harlem and Brooklyn. The businessman, who had plans to refurbish distressed churches into new sanctuaries and business properties, my lord, yes, sought out clergy willing to work with him to create $1 million web of deception at the expense of God seekers. Oh, Jesus Lord, what is going on? The New York State Attorney, Latita James, has settled with developer Muhan. I don't even know how you say it, but Vadat Muhan Vadat and his company Empire Development, retired AME Bishop Gregory G.M. Ingram, former first Episcopal. Look, you know me over here with this whole mess, girl. Let me just say, look, wipe all of this all clean. You mean to tell me that he got
oh Lord,
he got settled? He won money off of defrauding people in the church. He settled and won.
Sharon said she saw that old thieving pastor.
Oh my God. TM Joy. Oh my gosh. What? I just thought that was crazy as hell that he was able to settle and got $2 million. So they say that the bishop and the elder Wilson have agreed to pay over $800 to the state of New York. Oh, okay. I was going to say, please don't let them have one. But they came to agreement, and that's what they're gonna find. But yeah, you out here defrauding the whole congregation and stuff. What the hell is going on?
Look at that. It say Ingram, who at one time was the head of the first Episcopal district, was charging them a finder's fee, so he got to refund $610,000.
Crazy.
He was arranging the sales of church properties. Sir, why you ever being a damn crook? Supposed to be serving the Lord.
Girl, I don't think they know how to serve the Lord. Do you think that they still got some good pastors out here serving the Lord? I mean, we just had the other whitehead pastor out here doing a whole fakerization in regard, and he's suing Larry Reid and them. Did y'all hear about that?
I'm laughing at Sharon. Sharon talking about that Wilson is not related to us.
Oh my God. Oh, Sharon. AKA Sharon. What the hell? You got this pastor, you got Pastor Whitehead, and he's supposed to be suing Larry Reid live and a couple of other influencers as well.
I mean, I do believe there are good pastors out here. But of course, you don't hear about them. They're not in the news. We only hear the bullshitters in the news, you know.
She said she tried to dance in her own video, grandma dance video.
Girl, talking about Drea do be looking like an old age. Girl, let me hush.
Right? Oh my God. Oh, Ray J. She said, "What? Who was that? Said I believe him, but I am sick of that sex tape." Right? We tired
Yeah,
of it.
let
We
it
so tired. He
go.
is too, because
Oh,
it's been
Jen
what? It's
Jen.
been
Jen Jen
17
said,
years.
Jen Jen said they make her
It's been
ashamed of
17
being from
years.
Harlem. Don't be
Girl,
ashamed. Ain't nothing but some old bad apples.
They make me ashamed of being from Harlem. Oh my God. I feel you, y'all. I just thought that was crazy. Let's get into it. Y'all is not gonna believe this, but y'all better start watching what you eat. Okay. And I'm just trying to tell y'all need to start paying attention to the ingredients, because
Oh,
now technically they don't have to tell you certain ingredients in the food, because they could just say it's this, that, and the other due to coloring or whatever. They don't even have to give you a rundown on it. But take a look to what this TikToker had to say about what you may be eating.
Awareness. Check out this. Listen properly, entirely. Awareness. But we need to talk about Cinemix. And Cinemix is spelled Senomyx. Senomyx. And all of you listening can go to stopthecrime.net, type that in our search bar, and you will find this information. It's very startling. You're going to see photographs that are going to be very, very disturbing. But more importantly, you're not going to want to eat this. Okay? So we're going to talk about what this is. There's a list of companies that are using human fetal cells from aborted babies as a flavor enhancement in our food supply.
Pepsi was busted for doing that. Pepsi was using that as a flavor enhancer in their cola.
Yeah, PepsiCo is certainly one of them, but the list is very long, and it's important for everybody to download the flyer that we have on stopthecrime.net so you don't consume this aborted fetal tissue. What does it do? Well, it incites anger, and it literally rewires our brain as we cannibalize ourselves. The same thing, of course, which happened with mad cow disease when they were grinding up roadkill and other cattle and feeding it to the cattle. We're being fed our own species, and we must know the products that are certainly implementing this. So I'm going to just read some of this to you now. But again, I caution you when you type in the list of companies using fetal cells from aborted babies, which you can do. Again, the list of companies using fetal cells from aborted babies.
girl, boo.
Photograph. But Cinemix is listed on its website, and its partners decided to ignore the letter from the Right to Life group that was certainly organizing against the use of humans in the food supply. And sadly, the Right for Life group lost their bid to stop this during the Obama administration. Now, remember, it doesn't matter who's president. Anyone could have been president at that time. We're a corporate structure. We're run by the corporation, and certainly PepsiCo is a massive corporation. So during the Obama administration, and sadly, on February 28th of 2012, the President's Security and Exchange Commission ruled that PepsiCo's use of aborted fetal human tissue remains in their research and development agreement with Cinemix to produce flavor enhancements, falls under ordinary business operations. So we're going to talk about a list of products. You should not be consuming these products. All soft drinks and Pepsi. All drinks Sierra Mist. All drinks Mountain Dew. All in-beer mug root beer and Pepsi. Drinks of no fear. Ocean Spray. Seattle's Best Coffee. All brands of energy drinks. All brands. Aquafina water. Double shot. Some of the frappuccinos. Gatorade. They go on. Tropicana. All products of Nestle, including coffee creamers, instant soups, bouillon cubes, ketchup, sauces, instant noodles, etc. Bubble gum, chiclets, clarets, Dentyne, Trident. There's many others.
Damn, I can't chew gum. Shit.
Look at this for
We
yourself.
can't do shit.
They talk about Cadbury Adams candies, and they mention the original gummies and many other Cadbury candies as well. Certs and Halls cough drops.
Oh my God.
The company produces, there are also companies that produce anti-wrinkle creams containing the cells of aborted babies as well, of 14 weeks gestation. And there's a list of the creams that we need to understand have the aborted fetal tissue in it as well. So I can only say, Shawn, we do not have a government. We are being literally fried, cooked by these frequencies. It's like being in a microwave oven. We need to understand how they're going to do away with mass populations in the United States.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it there because it's like another minute and about another couple of more minutes of that. But just wanted to get the gist of all that. Yes, this is what they are saying. And let me tell you something. This is not the first that I heard about this before. And I see some of you guys in the comments saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? That you said that you have heard of it. But one commenter said, I haven't heard about the aborted fetal babies. I questioned that lady, but we must read the labels. Now, this is the trick because they're not telling you it's fetal in on the labels. It's telling you that it's up under. What did you say?
No. I was agreeing with you. It's not going to be labeled for you to understand it. You will literally have
Right.
to Google everything. It's no different than if you use vanilla extract and that's beaver or something.
Right.
He said it's beaver butt juice is what.
Right.
So,
You know what I
they're
mean? But
hiding
that's
it
not
as,
listed on the imitation vanilla extract in that way. So,
but they're hiding it as some kind of preservative, and you know they don't list whatever all of the preservatives are, just a few of them. So it's not going to stand out for you guys to know. You know what I'm saying? The FDA allows so many harmful things to be in place in our food. They do. And they allow percentages of stuff. Because I remember they were saying that the Parmesan cheese actually had wood chippings in it. You remember that? Do y'all remember that?
yeah, I remember that. Just like, I mean, if people knew what Oreos really were,
Ooh.
they would not eat them.
Oh. What is Oreos? I mean, I don't eat them.
A whole bunch of shit that's not like really edible. I wouldn't think if you didn't put them together the way they do.
Allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly.
Right,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
It's
Okay.
amazing what, you know what I mean, playing science in the kitchen can do.
Girl. One of the other curbsters said, I don't drink soda anyway. This is Sharon, aka Sharon, or cranberry juice energy drinks. I don't chew gum, but I do drink coffee. Oh, you drink that particular brand? Because I think she gave us a brand name. Yeah, I drink coffee too, but that don't mean just because it's in one, it ain't in the other. I'm gonna just tell you that now. Because I'm a heavy coffee drinker. Is it true? I'm confused. Is imitation vanilla still made with beaver butt juice? If it tastes good, it doesn't kill me. I eat it.
Allegedly. What concerns me more about this though is that people, you know, as the audience is saying, you know, they've heard this before, right? This is not new information to them. What concerns me more is that this information is out there and nobody is going to the factories to bombard the factories. Like, what the fuck are you putting in our food? Like, that's weird to me.
Yeah.
That's the weird part.
Yeah. Yes, I think I put this on the curb, but I will copy the link right now and put it on the curb right now as we speak so that you can check it out. I also had another, I'm gonna put two of them on here. I had another YouTuber that I do follow, and so far the information that I've been that he's been giving out, I've been Googling and researching that. He's to be real credible as well. I will put his video on here as well. Because I mean, I've known about this for years. I've heard about it. I just didn't know which foods. Now, for them to come out with the list, now that's different because I didn't never know that they had a list of the foods now. So I just posted it on the curb. You could check that out. And then let me go to the other one that I had prior to, because he gave a good breakdown of it. And then I want to get into this Raz B situation, you guys. So we're gonna close it out with Raz as well. But let me see. Here it is. And you guys too also be on the lookout for some candy like substances, but it's fentanyl. A lot of the kids are bringing these so-called candies to the school, and it's really fentanyl, and it looks like Smarties. Okay, so just make sure y'all check into that. Let me see. Do I find that one? Well, look, while I'm looking for that, you guys, I do got a funny video. We got to get another laugh in while we can. Keisha Cole was live, honey, and the lights man was not doing his damn part. So let me just tell y'all and show y'all exactly what Keisha was doing when she was telling homie, turn the lights down low. You're gonna get fired. Check it out.
Thank you.
Yo, the light man is done. It's over.
Oh, finally.
Oh, she said, motherfucker. You ain't turned the motherfucking lights down. What the hell's going on? I gotta hear that one more time.
Thank you.
The light man is done. It's over.
I am dead, y'all. That stuff was so funny to me when I saw that girl. She was not playing. I still didn't find that other clip, but at least I put that other one on there, you guys. Let us get into the next story, honey, because Raz B, he went live calling for help. Why is all every time I turn around his ass? It's out here calling for help from somebody. Oh, jeez. Let's take a listen, honey.
We're at my door. They walk past my doorstep. I need help. I need help. I'm not safe. The fucking police. Shauna, call everybody you know. The police just walked in my crib. The police.
Girl, he look like he got some screws loose. This is sad.
I just cannot.
I need help. I'm not safe. The fucking police. Shauna, call everybody you know. The police just walked in my crib.
Shauna, call everybody I know. Oh, Shauna.
Who is Shauna?
I guess somebody in his life. Maybe she was the follower or fan. Oh my God, girl. Who was that saying? Who was that saying he needs help? Raz B from B2K. Y'all, you know, he's been always asking for help because even when they did their tour, he thought, you know, that his molester was on stage with him too. Is Chris Stokes around? What the hell is going on? OMG. Oh Lord. Okay, yeah, let me tell y'all about that fentanyl. Let me go to it right quick because oh, and y'all, I did want to tell y'all that some of Neo's people that he worked with on The Voice did speak out about that, but we're gonna cover that at another time. Because he did speak out about it. But let me show y'all about that fentanyl, honey, because that stuff is crazy. Did who posted that? I think it was Michelle posted that, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Sharon, I think he done lost it for real, girl. He tripping. Oh, what the hell going on there, but
he said, call everybody you know. Call everybody you know, honey. This is just not good. Y'all got to help
yeah,
him.
it's coming out like ooh.
Yeah,
My
that stuff was
goodness.
crazy as hell. Well, shoot, every time, look, I just saw it. Why I can't find it now? Because I'm looking for it. You know how it
Which
go.
one are you looking for? I forgot that quick.
The fentanyl.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
because one of the cursors was asking, "What is this about the fentanyl?" And you got to let your kids know what's going on. Don't be taking everything from everybody, not even from their teachers. Found it. Here we go. Don't even be taking it from your teachers because you don't know what's up with your teachers either, and they doing some crazy stuff just as well as the others. And I said what I said. But let's take a look at this from Hollywood Unlocked. A 13-year-old California student was arrested for bringing fentanyl to school, causing supervisor to overdose from inhalation. He was inhaling it. Girl, 13-year-old boy attending Chipman Junior High School in California was arrested after taking fentanyl to school, causing one of the supervisors to overdose. According to the Bakersfield Police Department, the incident took place on Friday when law enforcement officers were called to the scene by someone claiming the teen had around 150 fentanyl pills on him, which he disguised as what? What is that? I ain't never heard of that.
Percocet.
Percocet?
Uh-huh.
He was disguising it as Percocet. Ain't that just as bad?
No, I mean it Percocet is not a good drug either, but he ain't out here killing people like fentanyl.
Oh my God. I don't know what is wrong with this generation. An alleged altercation had broke out prior to the cops showing up, per KGET, who report that the school supervisor discovered the pills after the boy was believed to have shared an altercation with another classmate. Though the supervisor never actually ingested the pills, he opened the pill bottle and became exposed to the drug as an inhaling as hazard.
Just from the fumes knocked his ass out.
I told you they was putting that damn fentanyl in on like tissue on single women that they've been seeing out on their doors and putting it inside the $20 bills on the floor so you could pick it up and pass out, and they come scoop your ass up and put you in the sex trade trafficking.
Yeah, Sharon said Percocet is bad, but not as bad as fentanyl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that's how they winding up dying, Eminem, huh? Because people think they're buying Percocets, but they aren't. It's fentanyl. And they out here killing folks doing that shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Damn, fentanyl strong as hell. If just the fumes can make you OD.
Girl, just the films. And y'all gotta watch this stuff. Watch your kids. Make sure y'all talking to them about it and everything, because that stuff is just crazy. They making them look like candies and stuff now, making them look like, like something that the kids will want. That's crazy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And don't forget about this when Halloween come around, because I know people gonna be out and about. So please don't forget. I told my kids, accept the candy because you don't want nobody looking at you sideways. Accept it, but don't eat it. Don't open it. Don't do nothing. When you get out of sight, throw that shit away.
See, I'm scared about that, Michelle, because if they lacing stuff with fentanyl, y'all, you got to do is inhale it. What if you put it in the bag and got a whiff of it and fell out? Just don't take it. Just don't take it.
We ain't going
some
out
weirdos.
We're going to have a Halloween party at home.
It's saying don't take it is hard, especially when you talk about school age kids.
Yeah.
Because peer pressure and among other things. That's why I'm like, you know what I mean? If you around people, everybody handling it, grab it, put it in your pocket or some shit, just for the sake of not like causing too much of a scene. Because you got to keep in mind the kids these days is mad different, and the peer pressure looks very different, and how they respond to it is extreme.
Yeah. So okay, Sharon said, girl, patients damn near be on a ventilator when they are getting fentanyl in the hospital. Oh,
wow. Awful.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
You gotta be careful who you buy weed from. They putting fentanyl in every fucking thing. Everything. Like there's nothing that's off limits.
Absolutely nothing. Ugh. Y'all be careful out here. You know what I'm saying? Like this world is something different. I never would have expected we'd be going through some stuff like this growing up. Like, that's crazy. I mean, I remember when they was just talking about kids sneaking weed in the school back in the day. I remember that. I remember that. Y'all got to be careful and tell your kids about this stuff, y'all. Tell them about it. Don't be trying to you can't keep secrets around these kids no more. This is not the old days. Remember when they didn't want to tell us nothing? And, we ended up finding about it from our friends in school, and half of the information was wrong as fuck anyway. And you sitting up here looking like, well, what? You can't let your kids do that. Not this time.
Yeah, they got social media too. So if you don't tell them, the kids is going to find out.
Right.
Like it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's inevitable. So you might as well have the conversation and just make sure that they feel like they can talk or present it to you or ask you a question. Because if they got to ask somebody else, you don't know what they perspective. Everybody, parents don't raise them the same, damn it.
That's true. Yeah, I have an open door policy with my kids. We talk about any and everything. Eminem said my son's friend died because of fentanyl. He thought it was Percocet. He was 29. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Damn.
Awful.
Yeah. Well, all right, my Curbsters. I'm so glad you was able to share this short time with us today. I mean, we did talk for like an hour and a half or so, didn't we? Yeah, we gave y'all some good content because the Beyonce's internet is off the hook. Y'all got to keep up with all of this Ray J and Nikki Minaj stuff. I'm just here to tell you, if you missed any of this program, you got to go back and to the beginning and listen to it, honey, because it's just always stuff going on. Make sure you talk to your kids about these drugs and y'all start fact checking some of these substances that y'all eat, these foods and stuff. Y'all better start looking into it a little bit more. I mean, I know it tastes great, but it might not be everything for you, and definitely it ain't healthy. I want to thank my co-hosts, y'all, Shawn the Gossip and Michelle Shawntee, for joining me tonight. And y'all know if anything else arises, we might be back again soon, honey, because the streets is popping. and my Chris Brown voice. Girl, lit on a Monday, right? That's what Sharon, aka Sharon, was like. Wait a minute, y'all lie. You just never know, okay? Oh my God. So y'all stay cool, stay copacetic, and stay close to the chat on the curb, and I'll see y'all in the chat like we always do.
Night, y'all.
Good night, y'all.
Night, everyone. Shawntee. And if you're looking to get healthy, rejuvenated, glowing skin like her, you need to check out our website. Take a look.